Deep within Nasarawa State lies Away Town, where the age-old art of salt mining passes through the veins of its people. For generations, they have harnessed the hidden brine beneath their land, cultivating a treasured heritage that nourishes both body and economy.
From history, is the salt that attracted wild animals to this area. And whosoever that is here now was here as a result of hunting wild animals. They were here because of the salt, and human beings, in their pursuit of hunting, to hunt the wild animals, they now realize that there is salt here. Since then, this salt has been here since our forefathers. In those days, they don't have Maggi and all these seasoning substances. It's only the salt that is used in cooking and other things. We serve as the major exporter of salt to virtually all the northern part of the country. Coming up of Maggi, all this seasoning, this thing, now subsidize the importance of the salt. But as you have seen for yourself, the salt has been there.
The salt processing started years back in the 18th century. That is when the migrants of Jukun settlers from Riba Benue border, that is in Taraba State, present Chinkai village in Wakari local government of Taraba State, there is a group of hunters that they migrate or they move across the Benue band in the name of hunting. So at their course of hunting, in settling in one way or the other, they settle down in a way, or they discover where the animals are, the wild animals are. So they discover those animals normally regroup and group themselves in a place called Away. Though the place is not even its name in the nation, but the name was given by the Jikun interpretation, Away, land of meat. That is where there is a plenty of meat. And those animals are in a way because the salt is available here. So because they need that salt in their system, they need it in their digestive industry. So the animal move from some elsewhere of life and settle in a way. So also the hunters come in the name of their profession. In that move, the animals were being hunting, and later on a mineral resources was discovered, which is salty. The sun is salty, the water everywhere is salty. So in the mind of humans, they discover how are we going to process this locally material into a human used materials. That is where the history comes, and where they discover when they bring the salt together, they carry the sand together, they mash it together. At the end of it, it produces acidic salt water.
The process begins with the land itself. Shallow pits are dug to reach the brine beneath the soil. Using simple tools and age-old methods, villagers extract the brine, which is then left to evaporate, leaving behind precious salt crystals.
They fetch water from the river. After water, they now fetch the soil there. If you come as early as 7 or 8, you discover that the soil have a sign of salt on it. At the top of the soil, you discover that it's salty. So if you match the soil with the water, which you collect from a salt village river, so to say, you match it together and put it in a bowl. You discover that it's coming down like a urine. They take that to their local manufacturer, where we call Dakin Gishiri, burn the water that is dropping. The collection of that water and the soil is going to give you that thing I made mention that looks like my shirt, and from there you burn it, or they will burn it. That is where they will get the salt.
When the water dry, then the salt will come out on the sand. Then they will pack it and take it to where they used to prepare it and get the salt. When they prepare it and finish, then we went and buy it in a cheaper way, and then we use it.
I've heard a lot about the Away salt. like more especially the site. They said there is this water bubbling. Probably it could be because of methane gas or because of the concentration of the sodium chloride, which actually made that salt to be there. So I heard people saying that they are using the salt for domestic purposes, like they use the salt for washing and then for cooking. I've seen the salt and how it appears. It doesn't appear very whitish, it's kind of brown, and that's what a natural salt should look like.
Some places that they have molted a lot of sand, so we were able to ask that what is the reason of this one. They said that there is a salt in this place and this is how they used to make it. When they gather the sand like this, then they have their own traditional pot. So there are some water that they used to fetch and put inside. The water will be dropping. After some couple of time, then it will now turn to salt, and they will use it normal as the way they normally use salt.
This traditional process is slow and labor intensive, but it has sustained the people of Awe for generations, providing salt for cooking, trade, and even medicine. According to the people of Awe, salt is more than a staple food product. It plays a vital role in traditional medicine, where its healing properties have been harnessed for generations. While refined salts may be mass-produced and standardized, the people of Awe believe their natural salt, with its coarse texture and mineral content, holds unique value that refined salt lacks.
We have the belief here, we have the belief here that our salt is even medicinal. In those days, our forefathers don't see hospitals to go, don't see chemists or clinic to go. The only thing, when you have small egg, they go and fetch this small this salty water and give it to you, and that's all. You'll be okay. And had it been, it has an effect. For these years, we don't have seen us healthy like this. Of course, we are born in it, use it to eat, drink, eat, and bath or whatsoever, and we're still healthy. And have you seen any person with a particular defect? Then, but to us, we don't believe it has any side effect, because we're not talking of 5-10 years. We're talking of 200-300 years back. Then what is that effect that will refuse to manifest itself for more than 3 years to take death?
Our people believe in our salt. So even the Dangote salt you see in the market, it's not being patronized here in our way, because when you have a stomach upset, take our salt, it's over. When a woman is under menstruation and it becomes a painful, take our salt water, it's over. When a woman is under a labor, take our salt, that labor shall be easy. So people of our believe of our local processing salt even more in advance to this of industrial. But in the normal circumstances, this industrial, it goes some certain laboratory tests. It goes beyond human imagination. So there are some hygienic advantages there, but because of the culture of our people, because of the belief we have in it, because it is we produce from the soil and so produce from us, so we believe more to ours than even to the industrial ones. There are different categories and private individuals or private firms that comes in the name of testing the water. Some took the water into different laboratory, yet some of us didn't give us feedback about it.
Someone once told me that during the olden days, when a woman is having problem seeing her menses, having constipation of a sort, they do take her there, then she will take like 3 sips. Before you know, before 24 hours, everything will come down. And to me, the person told me that even presently it's being practiced here in a way. That kind of traditional herbal treatment is still being practiced.
The salt is beneficial to everybody. That's what even makes them to develop the interest of making it, and people are patronizing it very well. Based on our question, we were able to ask them, is this salt has any side effect? They say no. The way they are using other salts that they are making it in other parts, that's the same thing they are using it. And to our greatest surprise, since we come here, we have never had any issue of whether somebody used the salt and he has any health issue.
What will interest you If you burn the, or take the water, that water that looks like urine, give it to a pregnant woman at the point of giving birth, that will help her to deliver quickly. There's what we call kanzo. The amount of soil that melts itself in a place is called kanzo. If you take it, it cures stomach problem. It cures so many diseases. So you see, it has no health implications.
Awe's landscape is not only defined by its salt-rich brines, but also by a remarkable feature of the river that runs through the town. In one particular stretch, the river offers a curious natural phenomenon, a place where the water remains hot and cold, side by side, throughout the year.
When I came here for the first time, that was in May. So we asked that, is there any place that someone can go in order to see like new things in this general, in this local government? So they were able to tell us there's a particular part that their water is always hot, either in cold or hot season. The water is always hot. So on a very nice day, so we went there with a group of coppers to go and see how the place looked like. So when we went there, after seeing the water, touching different parts, that the water is always hot, we see it and touch it to ourselves.
Despite the economic benefits of salt production, the presence of brine has posed a constant challenge for the people of Awe. Fresh water, essential for drinking and daily need, is often difficult to find due to brine contamination.
Now becomes a mandate to our individuals to move about 6 kilometers from Awe to Kiekura before we fetch water for our daily use. For the fear we have of the contamination water, it might be of ill to our health. Because this happened in the Niger Delta. You see what happened now in the Niger Delta, where their condition, it becomes worse and worse. Go to Zamfara and see what gold mining is happening there. The situation is become worse and worse, which is give merit to a security situation in Zamfara area.
To find a drinking water that's not salty here is a very difficult thing. It's one of the reasons why our forefathers decided to migrate from their old town, you see, to this place. There is there's no amount of effort put together to get the pure drinking water that's not salty in the old town, but it proved abortive. That's even reason why presently the only drinking water that's not salty that is used by those people in the old town, we have to move down about more than 1 kilometer to dig a borehole and tap it to them, because anything there, including the buildings there, if you can test the sand they use in the building, you find out it's salty.
Despite concerns about the brine and its effect on water supply, many members of the community stand by their belief in its purity. For them, the natural salt and water pose no health risk, as they've relied on these resources for generations without issues.
It does not have a health implication because it's a natural something. It's not, there's no chemical, nothing like chemical in our salt.
Health issues regarding to our health mining is never been discovered. There was nothing like health-related issue. If you see cholera outbreak in this area, it peaked from the earth dam we have around. Because there was earth dam around you're moving. If you see anything, or down in Old Town, there is another one down in the forest there. When there is anything that has to do with outbreak of disease, so it is from others of this. But the main salt water, there was nothing before then.
The community has struggled with water scarcity, relying on distant wells or government intervention to meet their needs. But these solutions are few and far between.
I think government should look into this kind of development, because it will not just bring infrastructures here, but actually it will bring very huge economic prosperity to this community.
These natural resources, to me, I would advise and I would urge the government to come and let us see how they can make it come to life, because That salt is a very good natural resource there and it should not die down.
Government yet not feel it is important to invest or to create a room where investors will come and invest in the local mining. The present Dangote that comes and mine that comes to Tunga in the name of sugarcane company, we hope the salt that is there in abundance. As you are going, you see salt everywhere. The salt is an abundant. We thought he may feel to invest in that axis.
People up to this moment depend on the local way of manufacturing salt. Since our forefathers, is this way they are on in manufacturing the salt. I cannot say that there is no government intervention, but there are efforts made by past government to do something of important. But unfortunately, up to now, we are still waiting and hoping for the intervention of government.
My call to the government, or appeal to the government, is to invest in Awe salt production that will help the economy of Awe as a town and Nasarawa State and Nigeria at large.
As the sun sets over Awe town, the people continue their daily labor, mining salt as their ancestors did. But they look to the future with hope, hoping for cleaner water, better opportunities, and the chance to preserve their rich cultural heritage.